All right, good evening, Red Foxes. Coming to you with a quick update here for our dual race that is tomorrow, with as much information as I can provide. I'm sorry that we're late to the game this week with this update. We didn't receive the final race schedule until this afternoon, and we actually just got our truck back from the shop about 30 minutes ago. So we've been busy packing the truck up, getting our trailer hitch re-rigged for the truck, and generally getting ready to go with our actual physical element here. The truck, for anyone wondering, was it needed all new fuel injectors, which was not an insignificant task. So the shop has been busy working on those over the last 2 weeks here. We finally got it done and out of the shop this afternoon. It's running super smooth, and we're ready to rumble for tomorrow. We have for tomorrow a great double duel. This is new for our schedule this year, with some of the top talents at the D3 level, typical NIRC rivals for Marist, people that we have seen frequently at the grand final at NIRC over the last 10 years or so. Tufts and Bates and Wesleyan. It's hosted by Tufts at their boathouse in Medford, Massachusetts. I'll post their address for the boathouse here on the Marist website when I post this video, so you can see that. It's a double duel format, so Marist is going to face Tufts in the morning, and Bates will face Wesleyan in just head-to-head mono-e-mono races, and then in the afternoon, in the second set, the winners from the morning session will face off, and the losers from the morning session will face off. So as far as predicting how we're going to do, this is a great matchup for Marist. Tufts and Wesleyan have been seriously at the top of their game the last 2 years at the D3 level. Bates has been right there behind them. Bates has really strong history as a rivalry with Marist as well, dating back to our 2018 IRA run, where Marist and Bates became the first. It was the first time in a very long time, possibly ever. I don't want to say that it was the only time, but I think it may have been the only time that two schools out of the NIRC made it to the IRA. And then it happened again with Marist and MIT in 2022. A good little rivalry there, and we're looking forward to racing all these schools. MIT, we had a great race with last weekend. They've been pretty tight with Tufts on results over the course of this year. They were both top-notch at the head of the Charles in the fall, and so we're looking to see if we have been able to close the gap on those programs. And also cool that a lot of those teams have similar depth as Marist. So we're going to be able to race first varsity, second varsity, third varsity, fourth varsity, eights, and also a fifth varsity four against all those schools, which is super cool. Race times. So the races are going to be, I'm going to list them off here. Marist is facing Tufts at 10:30 in the varsity 8 in the morning. The second varsity will race at 10:54, the third varsity at 11:18, and the fourth varsity at 11:30. The four actually goes first. That's at 10:06. That's Marist versus Tufts A boat at that time. What was I going to say? Sorry, losing track of the afternoon session. I don't have exact race times, but I'll give you kind of the range. The varsities, winners are going to go at 12:18, losers at 12:24. And then the second varsities are between 12:40 and 12:50. The third varsities are between 1:05 and 1:15. And the four V's at 1:15 to 1:30. And then the 4 is going to race Bates at 1:36. So what I'm going to do is put out 2 separate Zoom chats or Zoom calls to catch the races live. And if we're able to get live on the race course, then I will open that Zoom call and let everyone zoom in to see how the races go down live. If not, we'll post what we can in the aftermath. The reason I'm not certain if we will be able to see the races is obviously this is the first time Marist has gone to this venue. So we've been told that we'll have access to a launch, but we don't know exactly what that'll look like, whether Josh and I will be able to get out on our own like we are at MIT or with other coaches, and which races we'll be able to watch or how close we'll be able to get. All of those things are variable. So we hope we'll be able to bring you a great media product, but I'm just not certain about what that'll look like on the ground. And the other big factor that's going to come into play with that tomorrow is the weather. We have an extraordinarily bad day on tap for tomorrow. There's supposed to be snow tonight. It's going to continue raining like cats and dogs well into the morning and early afternoon tomorrow. The wind in Medford, where we're racing, is supposed to be 15 to 20 mile an hour, steady, with gusts well into the high 30s. And the temperatures are supposed to be in like the mid 30s, like 35 to 38. It's going to be really cold. It's going to be super rainy. And so depending on the conditions, the coaches may or may not be able to get you live footage or not. And we may have schedule changes. We may have various things that take place. So I apologize if that's not a super organized product, but we will. I'm hoping everything goes off without a hitch. The Tufts coaches, we did inquire about the weather. They were very confident that we would definitely get our races in. They said that they have rode there on their river with worse forecasts, and that their waterway is very protected, which it does look like it is from the pictures. So I'm hopeful that we'll get everything in, and the athletes will have a somewhat rugged but great racing experience with these other teams. If you're planning to join us in person, you are welcome to do so. I just recommend dressing very warmly because I'm not sure what the race looks like, or what the situation looks like for shelter or anything like that. This is being hosted at Tufts Boathouse, which is in Medford, Massachusetts, like I said, and I'll send out the link for that. I think it's in a park. Let me see if I can look it up right now here. Yeah, so it's called the Park at River's Edge, which again is in Medford, Massachusetts. So I think that's everything I have right now. We're super looking forward to this race tomorrow. The athletes have been training really hard this week. We were very excited about how we performed at MIT last week. And I think all of our boats are looking forward to a more honed and developed race product this weekend in some challenging conditions. So thanks in advance. to everyone who's planning to show up in person. Dress warm, wear a hat, and we'll look forward to seeing you on the ground up there. And then if not, I'll post our 2 Zoom links on the page here with the correct time slots to be able to pick those up. And I hope that Coach Stratton and I will be able to bring you some great live racing. And then, of course, we'll be back on our YouTube channel tomorrow afternoon with our recap of the race. Thanks a bunch. Have a good night.